Hi everyone, welcome to Michelle on the Money. This is all about your money from consumer to business news in the bi-state. Starting with our top story, more than 160 workers in St. Charles will be out of a job later this year. General Mills is announcing workers at its pizza crust plant will be laid off by June 8th. Now, the company first filed for the closure of the facility off 370 and Elm last October. General Mills also plans to close pet food manufacturing plants in Joplin. Lots of issues on the ballot this week about your money. In St. Louis City, we know that voters overwhelmingly approved extending the city's 1% earnings tax for another 5 years. In 2021, that measure passed with 79% in favor. This year, that was even higher, with 85% of city voters approving extending the tax another 5 years.
I think that this is a testament to the trust that city voters have in the work the city is doing for them. I mean, we are working hard for our citizens. We're adding layers of transparency, city stat, and we're delivering better city services on a daily basis, including better pickup of trash, and better snow removal.
I've been at this now for 20 years, and this is the fourth election that I've been involved with earnings tax. And nobody's come up with a solution of how to come up with an extra $200 million a year.
I don't dismiss the folks that voted no on this legislation. I know there were some, and I know that people are skeptical about, what resources are being provided and how much we can offer. But I think the vast majority of St. Louisans believe in the moment that we have right now, and they believe in the future of the city.
Now, City Hall, of course, is breathing a big sigh of relief, but the budget fight with the new state-run police board is just about to reach a pretty big deadline. We know that the mayor said she is not going to budge, and it could take a judge to sort out the major disagreements that remain between her and the Board of Police Commissioners. Also, we know in St. Charles County, a measure to expand property tax relief made it to the ballot. Supporters of Prop RT say it would save homeowners $15 million. Now, critics say it would slash funding for schools, libraries, and fire districts. The measure lost with nearly 60% of the vote. Dozens of propositions were on the ballot in St. Charles and St. Louis counties on funding fire and EMS districts. All called for a 1% sales tax increase while lowering property taxes. An overwhelming amount of those measures failed. Now, in St. Louis County, we knew that there were 44 such propositions, 24 failed, and 20 passed.
Shame on you, City Council. So tonight, I say, vote them out.
Voters sent a pretty strong message from the ballot box. Fallout from a data center project showed up at the polls this week. So this is video from when the council voted to approve that project. 4 current city council members were unseated in this week's municipal election. The results follow a late March vote where council members approved a $6 billion data center along Highway 67. This was approved despite vocal community opposition. The decision ignited frustration among some residents who urged voters to hold those leaders accountable. And now that fight is moving to the courts as residents take legal steps to try to block that project. Now, for all of the latest elections results, you can text the word results to 314-425-5355 and we will send you a link straight to your phone. Illinois Congresswoman Nikki Budzinski announced a grant for more than $75,000 for a commercial vehicle driver training program. So the funding from the U.S. Department of Transportation will support the program at Lincoln Land Community College in Springfield. Budzinski says this will help address the ongoing truck driver shortage by expanding access to training and reducing barriers to entry. In the meantime, though, there is a push in Washington that could soon change who's allowed behind the wheel of big rigs. A bill requiring commercial drivers to pass English proficiency tests is now in the House for debate. As Travis Cummings reports, supporters say it is about safety, while critics call it discriminatory.
Inside the cab of a semi, safety starts before the wheels ever move. Before taking off, 19-year-old Zachariah Hunter, new to the game, runs through his safety checks, making sure everything works before he ever hits the road.
The little minor things really can cause big issues down the line, so you always want to pay attention and safety first.
Recent incidents are raising big concerns. Lawmakers currently considering Delilah's Law, a proposal that would require English-only CDL testing and verify immigration status for commercial drivers. If signed into law, the bill could also withhold federal transportation funding from states that do not comply. At MTC truck driver training,
so in a situation situation like this, just pull back.
My reaction was, it's about time. We don't just teach people how to pass a test. We teach them to be a skilled, defensive, safe driver.
Director of Training Joe Smith says English isn't just part of training, it's part of safety. At MTC, you're seeing the language for the first half of class time, then putting it into practice at the wheel.
English proficiency is 100%. How do you know if you're going east? How do you know if you're going north? You got to be able to read, write, and speak English.
Instructors say stronger standards could hold training programs more accountable.
I actually believe that it will. It's putting more responsibility on the companies, the trucking companies, and the training providers.
Students like Hunter say if trucking is your future, the expectation should be high.
I mean, if you love trucking, you'll do whatever to get into it. They just don't want anybody in the truck.
Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
Now, if this measure passed, it would move to the Senate and could eventually set nationwide standards for commercial driver licensing. All right, let's take a look over the city of Arnold, where a recent state audit report has some leaders in hot water. Listen to this. The audit found that in 2014, city leaders created a 1% sales tax that was not approved by the voters. Now, that tax has since generated $33.2 million in revenue. The state auditor is asking lawmakers to review and tighten laws to prevent surprise sales taxes. A popular hotel near the Gateway Arch could soon have some new owners. Our partners at the St. Louis Business Journal tell us the Hampton Inn downtown is now listed for sale. City records show the building has an appraised value of $15.3 million, but the listing does not include an asking price. The 16-story building was built in 1967. It was also renovated in 2009. It is now owned by Apple Hospitality based in Virginia, and they have not said why they plan to sell. And a property on South Kings Highway Boulevard is now for sale. That is after the developer canceled plans for that project. This is according to our partners at the St. Louis Business Journal. North Point Development demolished several vacant homes years ago to make way for new apartments. This is near I-64 and Kings Highway. But we know that they can no longer complete the project, that's what developers say, because of rising costs and rent prices. So it is now up for sale for nearly $3 million. The Show Me State is betting big. New numbers from February show sports betting is starting to generate more money for the state, even as total wagering dropped. Sports books brought in more tax revenue in February than they did in the first 2 months combined. This is all according to the Missouri Gaming Commission. We know that the state collected more than $1 million in taxes last month, the highest total since betting launched. Experts say revenue is expected to grow as promotions decline and mobile betting apps become the primary way that Missourians place bets. At the Missouri Capitol, the State House just passed a bill that would make it easier for Medicaid recipients to get locally grown food. 2 bills sponsored by representatives from Rolla and Eureka overwhelmingly passed, according to our partners at the Missouri Independent. Through Medicaid, they would allow health professionals to prescribe medically tailored meals to help fight against malnutrition and chronic diet-related illnesses. They can also prescribe fresh produce by giving out vouchers redeemable at local farmers markets and grocery stores. The legislation still needs approval through the Missouri Department of Social Services. Of course, we're going to keep you posted there. All right, Ford owners, listen up. Your ride could be part of a major recall. The motor company is recalling more than 420,000 Super Duty trucks, Ford Expeditions, and Lincoln Navigators due to a problem with the windshield wipers. Model years 2021 to 2023 may be affected here. Dealers will inspect and replace the affected parts free of charge. Owners are expected to receive notification letters starting next week. Also, you need to check your cabinets because you may have this item in a huge recall. More than 700,000 of these blue sauté pans have been recalled. The pans have a metal cap that can detach when heated. Customers are at risk of burns, with nearly 100 incidents reported so far. The sets were sold over the last 5 years at major retailers, including Walmart, Costco, and Amazon. Right now, millions of bottles of eye drops also being recalled. Regulators say they may have not been properly sterilized. They were sold at major retailers nationwide under a variety of brand names, including artificial tears, dry eye relief eye drops, ultra lubricating eye drops, and soothing tears. The FDA says these products may cause temporary health effects, and consumers should stop using them immediately. Well, if you still need to book that vacation, do it right now because prices are likely to climb. The war with Iran has not only oil prices skyrocketing, but also jet fuel, even with the current ceasefire. Now, if you want to hold off, you book a trip in the fall, experts suggest prices will most likely trend downward during that time. We also want to let you know that Android users will soon need a new texting app. Samsung Messages now being discontinued in July. Users are being asked to switch to Google Messages, and Samsung says this will give users access to updates like the latest AI features and higher quality photo sharing with Apple devices. That is a big one. All right, this April, you could save big. Consumer Reports says it is a great time to score deals on big ticket items for your home, both inside and out. So here's a look at everything you could save on before summer starts. If you've got spring fever, Consumer Reports has the remedy. Tips to help you shop smart for the season's best home essentials.
Because it's the beginning of spring, you'll start to see discounts on outdoor equipment and stuff to get your patio ready for the warmer months. It's also spring cleaning season, so expect deals on vacuums and other cleaning products.
Consumer Reports says to look for deep discounts on items to help you deep clean your home, like carpet cleaners. A carpet cleaner can be heavy and loud, so think about how you'll use it. Are you cleaning entire rooms or just the occasional spill? To make the job easier, opt for a lighter model with 2 tanks for dirty and clean liquid, spinning brushes, and a long cord. If your windows are drafty or showing their age, this spring may be the perfect time to spring for replacements while they're on sale this month. Consumer Reports says choosing new Energy Star certified models can save you hundreds of dollars a year in heating and cooling costs.
It's warming up, so it's time to start thinking about your lawn and getting it ready for the summer. So retailers are going to have sales on things like leaf blowers, string trimmers, and lawn mowers.
Before choosing a mower, think about the size and terrain of your yard. For smaller, flatter lawns, a basic push mower may be all you need. But for larger or hilly yards over a half acre, Consumer Reports testers recommend a self-propelled model. If winter left your siding, patio, or deck looking dingy, a pressure washer can help. But the experts at Consumer Reports says they're not all created equal. Choose the right level of power for the job. Lighter duty models work well for cars and outdoor furniture, while stronger models are better for concrete and decking. And features like built-in soap tanks, wheels, and onboard storage can really help too. But Consumer Reports says don't be pressured to buy right now. Sales will come and go all season long. And you won't have to wait long for more discounts on home and outdoor items with Memorial Day just around the corner, just a few weeks away.
Amazon and the U.S. Postal Service just made a deal, and it could change how your packages show up. The Postal Service will now handle more of Amazon's last mile deliveries, that final trip to your doorstep. So why does it matter? Well, Amazon gets cheaper, faster delivery, and USPS gets a major revenue boost at a time it really needs it. But here's the bigger question. Does this strengthen a public service or make it more dependent on one massive company like Amazon? Either way, your next package might already be part of the deal.
It's time to show you some of the best deals of the week to help you make ends meet. I have been relearning how to coupon so that you don't have to. And this week there are just so many good deals on cereal locally and nationally. So if you need some, now's a good time to stock up, and that will hold you over until the next deal. So I want to tell you that Schnucks is giving you a pretty good deal where you can mix and match General Mills items. So when you buy 4 this week, you can get them for $2.49 each. And these are things like Cheerios or Nature Valley bars. But wait, there's more. Some Kellogg cereals are also just $1.99 at CVS this week. So I got Paul's favorite, Special K.
Yeah!
I did it just for you.
Thank you.
But actually, I'm going to tell you, I got these for free because I used extra bucks at CVS, which is just store credit.
Wow.
So that's always a good deal when it's free 99. So all of this stuff on the table would retail for about $125. I got it for roughly $27. Now CVS is still a big winner this week deal-wise because of the store credit that it offers. And so that's how you really save money. It can be like 25% of the cost of like big box stores like Amazon or Walmart if you use coupons. So I was able to get this Nivea body lotion. Now you'll save money if you get Nivea body lotion and let's say a body wash, but I just need lotion. I don't need any more body wash. So I got these for $10 each. I mean $10 total.
Wow.
And I used 2 coupons in the store app. All I use is a store app. And then I got $7 back in store credit in that extra bucks that I'm talking about. So I was able to use that store credit to buy these Oral-B toothbrushes. These are charcoal toothbrushes. So I was able to get those entirely free. When you buy these, you use a coupon and then you also get the credit back. So after that, then I was able to get these razors, both of these, for $2. $2. And because of the razors give you instant store credit, you know, I got the cereals then for free. So there are lots of different things that I got because you do separate transactions. And yes, you can stock up on things like laundry detergent. That's big this week, but I didn't need any more laundry detergent. So you just got to make it work for you. Also, something else to keep in mind, this week there are a lot of deals on spring cleaning. Now is the time. Deerbergs is running a big sale on spring cleaning items. So now through the 13th, you'll be able to find good deals on things like bleach and dish soap. So the whole point of this segment is to make it easy to keep more money in your pocket as shopping for the basics gets more expensive. If you want to see a rundown of what I actually bought, you can go to ksdk.com after this newscast. But again, I spent about $27 on $125 worth of products, which is about 75% off. I also want to mention CVS is not sponsoring this, but the truth is they do have the best coupons.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but they do have the best coupons, so I think that's important to share. That's it.
Great job, Michelle.
Go shopping. Let me know. I have
money.
I have had people actually write me and say, I did the deal. I did the deal that you did. But you could just do like, you know, 2 of them. You don't have to do all of this.
And is that on your phone? You don't have to get that long piece of paper they give you, or do you?
You can do the phone. Sorry,
Yes.
Paul asked me if you can do the phone, if you have to have that long piece of paper.
Right.
You can do either. I like to print it out when I do the videos, but the reality is the app, all you need is the CVS app. That's it.
That's awesome.
And a lot of store apps, that's all you need. All right, the root beer is flowing again at a popular hotspot in Wood River. Charlie's Drive-In reopened this week. If you remember, it closed back in 2021 after more than 7 decades. The restaurant reopened again under new management, but shut down after a year. And get this, Budweiser is celebrating its 150th birthday this year, and Anheuser-Busch is planning a pretty epic party. It's going to be held Sunday, May 17th at the brewery. There will be food trucks, brewery tours, and a parade featuring the Budweiser Clydesdales and a rock concert. Guests will also receive limited edition Budweiser 150th anniversary merch and, of course, 1 complimentary beer. Tickets are now on sale for $50. Sounds like a great time. All right, that's going to do it for us. Thanks so much for watching Michelle on the Money. If you like these stories, be sure to join me every day on Today in St. Louis starting at 4:30. We'll see you again next weekend right here on the KSDK streaming app.